Mom, what's that letter you keep hiding?
Oh, it's nothing. Just a letter from the farm. It's from Grandpa.
She waved it off and continued preparing dinner. Grandpa, I thought you said you didn't have any family left.
Well, I do. So what? I left home years ago, and if they didn't need me then, why should I drop everything now and go help him?
She started crying, and I didn't know what to say. We never really talked about her family. All I knew was that after high school, she moved to the city, worked, went to college, lived in a dorm, and then I came along. Dad left before I was even born. Mom held on to that grudge against her family. I never had anyone to ask what really happened all those years ago. That night, when she fell asleep, I quietly snuck into her room and grabbed the letter. The handwriting was neat and precise, not something you'd expect from an old, sick man. The letter explained that Grandpa was bedridden and needed proper care and expensive medication. They asked Mom to put aside old grudges and pride because this was about someone's life. There was no signature. I looked at the address. The farm wasn't far from our town. My friend's family had a cabin a few miles away. A shiver ran down my spine. I'd been there countless times, so close to Grandpa. How could Mom do this? The next morning, I packed for school as usual, but this time I brought extra cash and a small bag of clothes. I headed to the bus station instead of campus. Stepping off the bus, I took a deep breath of the crisp, fresh air. The farm wasn't far, just a short walk from the stop. The old house stood, a little worse for wear but still standing. Opening the gate, I entered the yard.
Who are you looking for?
A voice called out. I looked over and saw a woman in her 40s sitting under an apple tree, sorting through freshly picked mushrooms. I'm here to see William. He's my grandpa.
Ah, so you must be Olivia's girl. Come on in, honey. I'll put the kettle on. Grandpa's asleep after lunch. He's doing a bit better.
Inside, the house was cozy and smelled of freshly baked pies. While the woman bustled in the kitchen, I had a moment to study her. It was striking how much she looked like Mom. The same almond-shaped eyes, jet black hair. Even the way she spoke carried the same tone. My eyes wandered to a portrait on the wall, an old faded photo of a man and woman smiling with two little girls who looked nearly identical. Catching my gaze, the woman said,
That's me and your mom with our parents. I'm Amelia, her sister, and your aunt.
Nice to meet you. Why have I never heard of you? Mom always insisted we didn't have any family. She sighed, poured tea, and sat down at the table.
Your mom's angry with us. I was born sickly, and our mom spent most of her time with me in hospitals. Dad worked day and night to pay for my treatments and keep us afloat. Olivia stayed with our grandma, and later with a neighbor because Mom had her hands full with me. Olivia grew up believing no one loved her, that she wasn't wanted, even when things got better. The minute she graduated, she left for the city. We never saw her again.
She sighed again and added,
Drink your tea, sweetheart. You must be hungry after the trip. My kids, Alina and Leon, will be home soon, and they'll devour everything. They've been asking for years if we had any family, so they'll be thrilled to meet you.
That evening, I met Grandpa and my cousins. They welcomed me with open arms, and for the first time, I understood what it meant to have a big, loving family gathered around one table. I stayed a few more days, bought the medication Grandpa needed, and tried to help out. Mom called a few times, demanding I come home right away, but I couldn't leave Grandpa, and Aunt Amelia was already stretched thin between work and taking care of him.
What's going to happen to your education if you lose your scholarship?
Mom yelled over the phone.
I sacrificed everything for you, raised you by myself, and this is how you repay me. You're with people who didn't lift a finger to help us.
Mom, what are you talking about? You didn't even give them your address for 15 years. Strangers? They're family. Grandpa is my family. Whatever happened back then is in the past. He needs care now, and if you won't help him, I will. By the way, you have a wonderful sister, an amazing niece and nephew. You're wrong about them, Mom. She would hang up, then call back in frustration. but our arguments never led anywhere. A week later, I returned to the city for school. I was in my final year, but my heart wasn't in it. Whatever money I earned from tutoring and putting up posters around town went straight to the farm, though it wasn't much. Things with Mom grew more tense. She even hid my passport once to keep me from going back to the farm during a holiday weekend. A year flew by in a blur of constant arguments, schoolwork, and stress. The day I received my diploma, I packed my bags and left. Aunt Amelia helped me find a job teaching at the local school, and life settled into a routine. Grandpa was walking again, taking short strolls in the yard, always happy to see me. But his eyes stayed sad. He was waiting for Mom. Fall brought the busy joys of teaching. I had a class of first graders I absolutely adored, and every day felt like a celebration. At the same time, I noticed that our history teacher, Alex, a recent grad from a nearby college, had taken a liking to me. It was funny to think he had chosen to live in this small town when most people his age were moving to the city.
Anna, don't dismiss Alex too quickly.
Aunt Amelia would whisper.
He's a good guy, hardworking. Just look at the house he's built. He didn't stay in the city because his grandma's here, all alone. He's been taking care of her since he was a kid. Poor boy's an orphan.
Soon, Alex asked me out, and before long we were in love. He became a regular at our house, and Grandpa approved of him. When Alex proposed, Grandpa gave us his blessing. We set the wedding for late April, and I sent Mom an invitation. She never responded. It hurt to think she wouldn't be there on one of the most important days of my life. The day before the wedding, while Aunt Amelia, my friends, and I were busy in the kitchen, preparing for the big event, there was a soft knock at the door. I rushed to open it. Standing there was Mom, tears streaming down her face.
I'm only here for a little while, just to congratulate you.
I invited her in, but she hesitated. Then Aunt Amelia and Grandpa came from the kitchen, hearing our voices. Grandpa embraced his daughter, and they stood there for a long time, wiping each other's tears. Grandpa whispered something to Mom, and she cried even harder. Now, years later, I live on the farm with a big, loving family of my own. My kids are growing up here, and I still teach first grade. Most importantly, I've found the family that Mom once pushed away. She never left after that day. She reconciled with Grandpa and Aunt Amelia, and the past is finally where it belongs, behind us.